And action!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 187, and this is the final countdown, boys and girls. If you want to take a look at the rice here, I've actually taken it off now. There is some water in the bottom there, but it was kind of just above, and I found it. So you've got those dimple things going in. You shouldn't see them. It should be rice. It should be just getting to that kind of point. Okay, and then we're dumping it in. I'm dumping it, and that's like a couple of minutes in between as well. Look at all that steam coming up. Look at how hot. That's just pure energy generation. So give it a little bit. This is cold water tap here. Right, do that for a minute. Do it for as long as you want to, right? It's fine because the person you're not hitting will
10 seconds.
Okay, right, you see that in there? All the starch coming out. You can absolutely see it. You can see it, right? But this looks like good rice, doesn't it? Right? Take it the fuck out of the way. Right, okay, so we need. Where's the spoon? Right. Okay, so just move it around a bit. Move it around. Let it go. Let it go. Look at that coming. Everybody, what I always used to have was the holy grail for me when I was cooking a curry paste. I always get stodgy rice or something that's not falling apart. Look at that. It's moving. It's moving. Okay, right, that's good stuff. Okay, it's so robust, but what you got to remember is treat it badly. Don't treat it nice, right? Leave that there you can leave that there for 10 minutes. It'll remain hot. It really will. Right, this. Oh, it's bubbling over just a second. Get it nice and bubbly. A little bit of steam rising through. I don't know if your camera's good enough to see that. It's coming up. Okay. So, and remember, that's anything with cooking is you've got time in your hands. You've never got to kind of rush things onto a plate. If things are cooked properly, don't be afraid of cooking them properly. Either is don't burn them, but don't be. You'll know naturally by looking at things, looking at the meat and stuff. If it's undercooked, you'll smell it. Just by smelling it, you'll know if it's bad or if it's rotten or in any way. Just trust it. Once it's cooked, it's in there. Now, I could cook that for 10 hours lightly or 2 minutes quick or whatever. It will still come out with a good result. You're not going to hurt yourself. The rice doesn't matter if it's raw or not. It'll either taste nice or it'll taste bad. So trust yourself a little bit. That's one of my biggest. That's actually, if you've learned anything from the last 5 or 6 things going on with this stupid pissed up cooking curry when you're pissed. If there's one thing you take away from it is food is robust. Is allow it to be a little bit delicate. Make sure you cook it, but allow it to be a little bit delicate. Because once you've gone past that real burnt stage or the overcooked stage, you've lost all the flavour. So try and allow a little bit of flavour in, but trust your nose. Your nose will naturally know when things are bad. Plates. Always use plates, otherwise it'll make a real mess of the sideboard. Okay. So, we have this lovely rice. Still see the steam rising off it. Look at it, it's separating. It's separating. Oh. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so robust. The only way that you fuck about with it is by keeping on fucking it about. So leave it to do what it is it's got to do. So we look at it, it wants to separate, it wants to play. Good rice, good rice. It took me 2 years to get to this point, and I still think there's more that I've got to go. I do have an unhealthy passion for rice. Okay, right, so this is mine, this is Dave's. I can't believe I'm giving this to him, but other than that, okay, the curry itself. It's been warmed through. You've seen the curry being used. Now, as the meat being used, we seared the meat off and we made sure that there was nothing pink in the middle. So that's it. Just as soon as you're satisfied that everything's white all the way through, it's cooked enough. Okay, so you're not putting it in the pot with the rest of the sauces to cook it more. It's cooked. Okay, you've done the job. You could put it in anything then. So you put it in something now, and now you're letting the juices try to get through it. Now my best recommendation would be leave it for 24 hours, let the juices really get through it. But as it happens, we're shit-faced. Good win against the boys tonight. So basically, this is the way it is. So I've let it soak in, just number 3 or 4 on the old cast mark out of 6. Give it 20 minutes whilst you're cooking the rice, and we're pretty much ready to rock. Considering this must have been about half an hour's worth of footage, you can actually do this in about 10 to 15 minutes if you condense everything down real quickly. In fact, I think looking at the source of how much is there, I think the chances are I'm going to leave enough in the pot here so I can have it over jacket potato tomorrow or something like that. And that's over only So you ordered £3 worth of pork, I guess. £3 worth of pork. Maybe $5.50 or something like that. I don't know. Okay, a little bit of juice. Now, this looks like one of those Mediterranean curries which doesn't have a bite to it. Let's have a look at Dave's face in a minute when he thinks whether we have a bite to it or not. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Okay, I guess we should finish for kind of a, I don't know, a Copland's Law kind of note. I should give you a little pearl of wisdom just to finish with. Is I'm reminded of the old Chinese proverb, Oxe Sindu Hua, which means man who runs in front of a car gets tired, man who runs behind it gets exhausted.